Close your eyes and imagine standing in a dusty East African market in 1957. There, in the palm of a curious hand, rests this coin, small, round, and as familiar in shape as any other, yet impossible to mistake for ordinary. Cast in bronze, it catches a hint of copper warmth under sunlight. On one face, the young Queen Elizabeth II, crowned, regal, her profile firm. Her gaze conveyed more than royalty. It carried the weight of empire, of territories under one crown, of territories under British East Africa, of distant colonies now on the brink of self-determination. Turn it over, and you see the words East Africa embossed in raised letters that have weathered time yet remain strong. Beneath, the date, 1957, each digit carved with precision. Bordering the coin, decorative dots or tiny ridges. Details meant to signify craft, authority, the British standard of minting. The edges are smooth but carry the telltale signs of journey. Slight nicks, small scratches, a thin layer of patina that no polish could remove without destroying something of its soul. That it was minted in a world very different from ours. A world where coins told tales of travel by sea, commerce over continents, of colonial administrators, of markets where spices, cloth, copper goods exchanged hands. This 5-cent piece would have been carried by traders, fishermen, port workers, colonial officials, farmers returning from the field. It would have been pocketed, merely a means to buy sugar or tea or tobacco, then forgotten beneath couch cushions, dropped into dirt, immersed in water, lost and found. Over the decades, many such coins were lost to rust, erosion, corrosion. Few survived in anything approaching their original condition. Most show wear, flattened high points on the queen's cheek, softening of the crown's detail, fading in the lettering. Many have darkened, some greenish from exposure to moisture, others reddish from copper oxidation. Some bear scratches or dents. To find one with edges still crisp, details still sharp, that is rare. Collectors value rarity. But rarity alone is not enough. Condition matters even more. A coin like this, preserved with care, avoiding harsh chemicals, kept dry, protected from heavy handling, sunlight, extreme temperatures. Such stewardship preserves not just the metal but the story etched into that metal. Every fine line on the queen's hair, every granule in the inscription, every tiny influence of the die press. This coin carries symbolism beyond its face value. It represents colonial currency that circulated among diverse peoples: Kenya, Uganda, Tanganyika, Zanzibar, lands whose borders shifted, whose colonial rulers faded, whose modern nations emerged from these coins as relics. It represents transitions, political tension, nationalism, the longing for independence, and finally, new governments minting their own coins with their own symbols. For historians, it provides proof of minting methods, of colonial administration, of economic patterns. How many coins were struck that year? How many survived? How many were lost? How metal composition might vary. For numismatists, it poses puzzles, variations in strike, in planchet quality, in finishing. Did this coin come from the first batch, or one struck later? Were there mistakes, flaws, edge imperfections, minor die cracks? Each variant can mean a different value. Imagine a collector opening a display case under museum lights. The coin rests on a tiny cushion, under glass, polished around but never touched directly. They examine it with magnifiers, the queen's crown casting a faint shadow of raised bronze, her ear and hairline crisp. Under one magnifier, the word 5 cents appears clear, edges of letters sharp. On reverse, the date 1957 stamped clean. No major scratches. Some toning perhaps, olive brown patina that adds character, not damage. The faintest sign of wear, but only where hundreds of tiny surfaces meet. On the high point of the portrait, on the rim's edge, collectors are drawn not just to the coin itself, but its provenance. how it came to light after years of obscurity. A family heirloom rediscovered in a chest, perhaps. A coin collection sold by an estate. A dusty box in a marketplace stall. When one such coin, preserved almost perfectly, appeared at an auction, experts held their breath. The bidding opened, and it escalated fast. Each new bid topping the last by huge increments. Major collectors, museums, trusts, everyone wanted this piece. They were bidding for more than metal and date. They were bidding for history, for connection.